How's it going, gents? Here we are today with my Ducati Streetfighter V4S. Yeah, this is my new bike. You might have seen it in my Seb video that I made, or if you missed that video, this is the new rig. Had the $8.99 Panigale. Now I have the Ducati V4 in red. It's a V4S. We'll jump on, take it for a ride, tell you why I changed Ducatis and why I absolutely love this thing, man. Mainly because of this. The Ducati V4, the greatest engine I've ever experienced. Beautiful motor, lots of character, tremendous freaking power. Holy Jesus Christ, Amundo. Oh, freak me. Stupidly powerful. Stupidly powerful. You know what's crazy? It's so powerful, and then you look down and you're a third of the way through the rev range. It hasn't even gotten into its prime yet, man. No motorcycle has felt as powerful as this thing I've ever owned, man. This thing is mental. Absolutely love it. But you're probably asking, why would you buy 2024 Streetfighter V4S when the 2025 has just come out? One reason, gents: single-sided swing arm. I absolutely love, it's one of the things I didn't like about my $8.99 Panigale. I love the $8.99 Panigale. I like the mid-range power. I love everything to do with that bike, except that it's a double-sided swing arm. It actually was, I was kind of wanting to get an $11.99 just for single-sided swing arm, but I love single-sided swing arm, man. And this could be the last Street Fighter with a single-sided swing arm, because now they've gone to double-sided swing arm. You know, the Panigale's double-sided swing arm. I know it's better for weight, it's better for everything. In any way of track riding, it's better. But I ain't riding the track, man. I'm riding around the city. I'm riding to the cafe, man. It's a cafe bike for me, man. Main thing I hated about that $8.99, the main thing was the heat. The heat that thing output, man, right at your legs, it was unrideable. You know, I bought that bike for nice sunny days going for like day to like today. Summer, 25 degrees, sunny. This is the days that you dream about when you own a Ducati, man. That motorbike, I only wanted to take that motorbike out when it was like 15 degrees, man. Because as soon as it got over like 22 degrees, that bike got too freaking hot. Now, one of the ways that Ducati have reduced the heat on this bike is it will actually shut down 2 of the cylinders. And if I can stop here, you can actually hear it. So let's go neutral. If you let out the clutch a little bit, it goes back into 4-cylinder, and you can actually hear it deactivating cylinders. Now, my mechanic mate has said, typically in the past, cylinder deactivation has not been a good thing for engines. So I hope that Ducati have done it in a way that doesn't nuke the engine, but we'll find out in the long run. I try not to do it with the lights, like make it go like 2-cylinder, 4-cylinder, 2-cylinder, because it can't be good for the motor. But it definitely keeps it way cooler when you're, you know, at the traffic lights. Like right now, I'm in the freaking city. There's not a place for a freaking big Ducati to be riding around in a hot summer's day, man. But she handles it beautifully. That was the biggest thing about my $8.99 I hated, was just the heat output. I literally could not ride that thing on hot nice days. The second other thing was just, I'm done with super sport bikes being so lent over. You know, unless I'm at Phillip Island, you know, I want to, the biggest thing that annoys me is when you're lent over like this and you've got to crane your neck back. That is so annoying, man. Over like long periods of time, I just couldn't ride that thing for hours, man. This Street Fighter has beautiful ergonomics, man. Now, the Ducati Street Fighter is probably one of the naked bikes that's closest to its actual super sport. You know, a Street Fighter versus a Panigale is super close. They have very similar power levels. You know, it's basically a Panigale with bigger bars. Like, because like I had an MT10 SP and it was nothing like the R1M. Like, they're completely different bikes. Very detuned, just super different, man. But this, I've ridden the Panigale V4, and this feels a lot closer than, you know, it's not a watered down road bike. It's basically a Panigale with bars on it, man. 2-cylinder, 4-cylinder, 2-cylinder, 4-cylinder. Probably grenading my motor doing that, but YOLO. But I love this bike. I've already done way more, like the little time I've owned this bike, I've done way more Ks on this thing than my Panigale. It's just a freaking dream to ride. Where you going, mate? I actually look forward to like sitting on the highway. Like, it's fine. It's such a comfy bike, man. Ducati really done a good job of taking something as aggressive as a Panigale and just making it super comfortable, man. Like, it is genuinely really nice ergonomics. Now, people don't really usually want to hear what people like about motorbikes they bought, because of course they're going to crap on about what they like, but what's more important is what don't I like. That's always more important. From someone who's just spent a shit ton of money on their hard-earned money on something, what's something they don't like about it. That's a nice paint job on that Alpha. No petrol gauge. Weird, being that it's, you know, meant to be the road bike. Let's go right here, right? It's meant to be the road version of a like, I get a Panigale not really needing a fuel gauge because it's meant to be a track bike, whatever. Who gives a shit about fuel? But this is the road bike. I'm sure, you know, you've got the. I'm getting my constant fuel usage. You know how big the tank is. Surely it's pretty easy to come up with a fuel gauge. It's a line of code, man. You got a screen there, and no cruise control. Which these days, with all the sensors and throttle by wire, cruise control is just a button, man. Why not have cruise control? Now, admittedly, I probably wouldn't use cruise control on a bike like this that much, because my comfortable position is like this sitting here. The bike I used cruise control on the most was actually my old S1000RR. Being that it was a super sport, you're like this on the highway, I would set cruise control and sit upright and have my hands over the bars. I used to ride basically all the way to Phillip Island, not touching the handlebars, just cruise control on. Because I would sit up like this, have my arms crossed, go all the way to Phillip Island on cruise control, because I hated freaking being leant over. There's an old 899. I wonder if that's my 899. No. I do love the look of it. That white. I love white Ducatis, man. I very almost bought a white 1199S. It was very expensive. They're very rare. I believe there was less than 10 of them in Australia. And I got to ride one back in 2012. And I didn't know how rare they were, but 99% of them came in red. So I did actually get to ride it. If you look back at my channel back 14 years ago now or some shit, I think it was 2012, I rode a white 1199S. I really wanted to buy one. What was I crapping on about? Yeah, things I don't like about it. So yeah, you could have done cruise control. I'm sure you could have done a freaking fuel gauge. What else? The exhaust. Admittedly, I think it sounds pretty damn good. Like, this is dead stock exhaust. Absolutely nothing changed. No baffles out, nothing. This is as stock as it gets. And it does sound pretty good compared to any Japanese bike with their stock exhaust. Like, they sound like junk. This sounds pretty good, but you know, you always want it to be a bit louder. And the problem is to do any aftermarket exhaust on a Ducati V4 is unbelievably expensive. Just the Termagoni can or Akrapovic can underneath is $10,000 just to buy the titanium can. I looked up, Arrow do one for I believe like $4,000 or $5,000. That's still a lot of money. Like, I'm pretty happy to spend $1,000 to $2,000 on a, you know, I'm not talking about a full system here either, or installed. I'm talking about just buying a muffler, and it's going to be $5,000 plus, man. And then on a modern bike like this, you really want to get it retuned and shit. It's too much. I love the sound. I just don't like the look of it. I'll pull up here. So, I don't like the look of it. Let's see if you can see on the DJI. I love everything on the bike. absolutely, I think it looks beautiful. Love the Öhlins gold single-sided swing arm. One painful thing is, like, they look so good on this angle, but actually what's a really nice thing that you never really get to see, because I always take pictures on that side, is the Öhlins TTX on the rear. Very beautiful piece, but you never get to see it because I always take pictures on this side. I love the little wings. I'm not huge on downforce. I don't love how Panigales are getting these huge wings. The new BMW S1000 has huge wings. I'm not hugely big. Like, that's why I like the new V2 Panigale, because it doesn't have any aero. It's nice and sleek. But I will say, I kind of like the wings on the Streetfighter. They're quite small. They're not too... I mean, they look kind of dumb from here, but at least side profile, I think they look really nice. Supposedly they do shit. They give you 60 to 80 kilos of downforce, depending on how ridiculously fast you're going. Now that I've got a baby, like, normally I would never do like passenger delete or anything, but hello, puppy, oh, he's got a hat. He's got a little cap. Normally I would never do passenger delete or anything, but I got a baby now, so it's very difficult for me and my wife to go out on rides. We have ridden it. It involves us, my wife getting in the car with the baby, me riding out to my parents' house, giving the baby to my parents, then her coming to come on the bike. Oh, it's such a dick around. So there won't be a lot of passenger rides anymore now that now that we've got a baby. So now I just run like the cowl and take the pegs off. It's very quick. It literally takes me 5 minutes to put the pegs on, put the passenger seat on. The passenger seat's actually cool because it's red, so it matches like that half red tone. So I love the look of the bike, except the exhaust. I just don't like the gray exhaust. If it was black, like that heat shield, if that was black, I think it would look fantastic. So I'm looking at maybe painting it black. I don't know if it's going to look poxy or look all right. I would love to do an exhaust, but you know, it's going to be $5 plus. To do a proper exhaust like an Acro or a Termi is going to be 10 grand. It's too much freaking money, man. Considering I don't mind the sound, like if you listen to it, again, dead stock. That's not a bad sound, man. Like, its idle is really nice. It actually moves a bit. got some beef to it. That's more than enough noise for me. I don't care about being 200 decibels anymore. I'm over that shit. That sounds good to me. So I'd literally be getting exhaust mainly for the looks. I can't justify spending that much on just making it look different. So I might paint it. I don't know if it's going to look terrible. I've seen on Instagram some people painting it. It looks alright. It's just if it starts flaking, because obviously it's going to be really hot, so I'm going to have to use some high temp paint. If it starts flaking or anything, it's going to look shit. So we'll see. Obviously I could tell you how fast it is, but you wouldn't believe. It's unbelievably fast. It's just, nothing has been faster than this thing riding it. It's stupid, man. Let's go to King's Kebab, eh? Get a kebab. Haven't been there in a while. Yeah, typical Ducati. Super fast, super good suspension, super good brakes. Brembo M50s. I like these brakes better than the new ones that they've gone to on the new Streetfighter and new Panigale. I don't like the look of the caliper. Not a huge fan. So I'm very, very happy with this 2024. Like to keep it for a long time, but you never know. Probably change my mind. What else do I not like about it? Not a whole lot. Again, no cruise control, no fuel gauge, and the exhaust just being very expensive to change, and the look of the exhaust. Shit, outside of that, it's a freaking wicked road bike. I mean, obviously it uses a lot of petrol. Gets like 5 to 6 litres for 100 Ks and only has a 17 litre tank, so you're not getting a heap of range. Not a big deal when it's a road bike, man. It's a bigger deal if you're on an adventure bike like that. On a road bike, 200 Ks, that's enough before you need to stop and have a freaking drink anyway. This is probably my ultimate road bike, dream road bike right now. Outside of this and maybe an M1000 single R, there's nothing else, because obviously they did a Streetfighter V4S in black. I don't like how it's a dry clutch. I don't like dry clutches. I think they sound, I get that it's a Ducati heritage you know, cool thing. I just don't like the sound. I've never loved the sound of a dry clutch. I'm gonna take the tunnel, Westgate Tunnel, let's go. I don't think I would ever like a dry clutch. Like, I know they're cool, it's racing, all that shit. I think what annoys me the most is like people who don't know anything about motorcycles think your motorcycle's broken, man. You pull up at the freaking cafe and it's I'm not a fan. And obviously they did a Streetfighter Lamborghini. I didn't like the color scheme. It's like red and green, man. Nay, no thanks. So this, the V4S in red, is as good as it gets in terms of Streetfighter, and as good as it's gonna get, because the 2025 has gone double-sided swing arm, which I don't like. So as of now, this is the ultimate road bike that I could have, and I freaking love it, man. Ah! So fast, man. I've wound it out a couple times, and you think you're about to hit red line, you look down, you're only halfway. It revs out to 16,000, man. And it has so much torque. Like, I'm 3,000 RPM right now in 4th gear, and it pulls. And it's got 10 more thousand RPM to go. This V4 is insane, man. It's such a good motor. Hey, look, they do move in herds. They look like brachiosauruses. Yeah. Shipping container cranes, man. This is what it's good for, man. Highway, slip it into 6th gear, sit upright, sit nice and close to the tank. You can get your back nice and straight. Your head is able to look around and take in the views, man. It's so much nicer living with this than a Panigale. If I was on my Panigale right now, I'd be like this. Just sucks, man. I'm over it. Too old for that shit. Nah. Love this thing, man. Now, I would actually really like to get this thing to a drag strip. I think this thing would be a laugh. It's so fast, man. I really want to actually see how quick it is. Now, obviously, naked bikes, like I remember my MT-10SP, I got pretty dog shit times on it because you're fighting the thing to keep the front wheel down. So I don't think I'll get as good a time. My best time at the drag strip has been a 10.1 on my old Fireblade. Funny enough, not my S1000RR. The best time I ever got was on the Fireblade, 10.1. And this thing's obviously got a lot more power, but I think trying to keep the front down would be hard. But anyway, this is my new Ducati Streetfighter V4S in red. It's beautiful. I love it. It's comfortable. Big fan. I definitely actually want to do some, like, my old Panigale, like, I didn't want to do any big rides. It was just too uncomfortable, too much heat pumping into my legs. But this thing, I actually want to ride this thing, man. Like, I've already done up to Marysville and done all the hills and shit, reefed and spur. It's so nice, man. It's so good through the corners and shit, but so comfortable sitting on the highway like I am now. Does it beautifully, man. It's the perfect road bike. Like, the perfect road bike. I literally couldn't think of a better road bike than this. There's no other bike I'd want to have. You give me unlimited budget, say buy whatever you want, it would still be one of these. Freaking love it. Should you get one little go through the tunnel? Oh my god. It's too fast. It's too fast. Accelerate for 1 second, I'm at the speed limit again.